Taxi drivers, what's the deepest secrets you've overheard in your car? 1. I carried 2 medical professionals once, and one of them talked to his colleague about that time he was kindly taken out of the hospital by 2 guys that took him to a mansion outside the city and asked to examine the heart condition of a man who seemed to be a local mafia boss that was wanted by the law. They somehow provided him with all the tools and help and made him operate on the boss. They finally let him go and paid him with a big sum of cash, saying they would contact him again for anything else. He said it was one of the scariest yet most interesting experiences in his life. 2. A 50-year-old man admitted to me that he doesn't know how to cook and doesn't have the time to do it, so he'll sneak out late at night to get leftovers from his mother's house. 3. I work Uber Black in Los Angeles. Picked up a customer around midnight from a flight from Mexico to LAX. Had 2 stops. First stop he waited for some compadres who loaded 5 duffel bags into my SUV. Second stop was from LA to San Jose, 6-hour drive. After a $2,500 fare and $400 tip, I never dared ask what was in those bags. 4. Driving a fare to the airport and hit a large piece of black ice. Cab skidded and hit a guardrail, careened off another car that had flipped. White-knuckled the hell out of it. Skidded safely into the berm and called my buddy to come get me. Took the fare to the airport, and while we were going, the fare asked me, "Why are you driving a cab?" I told him I was saving up for a car. I was 22 and broke. He handed me his card and told me to call him tomorrow. Fare was fleet manager for Hertz and ended up selling me a used rental car for peanuts. 5. Taxi rider here. Climbed into the back of a cab once and found an empty carton of cigs, an empty bottle of rye, and an open box for a pregnancy test. Someone had a very rough night. 6. There was an old Vietnamese man that got into my car and he told me about his life. He told how he got drafted into the Viet Cong just as the war ended, so he didn't see any combat. He told me sometimes in life you get lucky and other times you don't. I dropped him off at a cancer center. 7. I've worked for Uber and once a passenger, a clearly intoxicated lady, told me she should have married her brother-in-law, because her husband was much less handsome. But because the husband was also far richer, she married him. 8. 2 guys talking freely about their scam op and going into the specifics of how to get the most out of it. The scam had something to do with cars and I can't remember what it was, I just remember them saying that it got them around $20 million.